Having now reviewed the Wee Beastie, it's time to tackle their original frontline offering. This is arguably their most popular offering, and it's considered to be the gateway drug of a sort to Ardbeg, and sometimes to heavily peated Islay Scotch whiskies. Although it is readily available from many retailers, it's not something I've seen on back bars very often in Australia when I'm out and about, but I managed to snag myself a sample to try. And I am so very, very keen to finally try and review the Ardbeg 10-year-old single malt Scotch whisky. Let's do this thing. Welcome to Whiskey. I'm John Chidgey. Please remember to drink responsibly, only ever in moderation, and where and when it is appropriate to do so. If you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't already, please take a moment to do, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. And visit engineer.network/whiskey without the E to learn how you can support the show. Thank you. Now, last episode I talked a little bit about the Ardbeg Committee, and I think it's worth talking a little bit more about it here. It was formed on the 1st of January in 2000 by the distillery as a fan club of a sort, back when the internet had really only just started to take off in earnest. It's free to join, and as part of membership you also get access to an annual publication called Momentos Minutes, and you also get access to early notification of committee releases. They actually let you vote on different offerings, and so on. And then there's also Ardbeg Day. And I say day, but they block off a Saturday and Sunday every year around May or June, and then all around the world in different countries and cities, local groups gather to celebrate Ardbeg. Okay. I mean, even locally for me, I could walk down to the Gresham Bar, or I could walk down, I'd drive and then walk, in downtown Brizzy, and in the week leading up to Ardbeg Day, this year they served an Ardbeg Smokeaverse cocktail, limited edition, just as an example. Now, another site I came across is the Ardbeg Project, which is a fan site, and there's something about Ardbeg. I mean, how many other distilleries can claim to have fan sites like this? It's a pretty short list, surely. And this is something that's quite different about Ardbeg. In a similar way to Laphroaig, you either love it or you hate it. With Ardbeg, if you love it, you'll probably end up being fanatical about it. Let's see what happens to me when I'm done reviewing these ones. If I'm feeling particularly fanatical, I'll let you know, and you may need to slap me. For now, the jury's out. I also mentioned Dr. Bill Lumsden the last time, and his way of pronouncing Ardbeg.
Ardbeg.
Which I honestly had never heard anyone else say, but I love it. Anyway, so who is he? Dr. Bill Lumsden is the head of distilling and whiskey creation at the Glenmorangie Company, and has been at Glenmorangie for over 3 decades now. When they bought Ardbeg back in the 90s, the late 90s, it was Bill that was handed the reins, so to speak. Dr. Lumsden graduated with a background in biochemistry, with a PhD in microbial physiology, and unlike many stalwarts in the Scotch industry that were more focused on the intangibles and romanticism, to an extent, about the art of making whiskey, Dr. Lumsden instead brought a more scientific perspective to the table. It was actually the Glenmorangie 10-year-old that hooked Dr. Lumsden on Scotch in his early days, which is fair. I mean, that's quite a nice Scotch. It's pretty easy drinking, unlike Ardbeg, which is very, very different to a Glenmoe 10. Anyway, a full-size bottle of this little number will cost you $121.99 Australian for a 700ml bottle. That's from Dan Murphy's. It has a 10-year age statement, it has a 46% ABV, and it is neither chill-filtered nor is it coloured. It's considered to be a flagship whiskey. The website has the following to say about their 10-year offering. Ardbeg 10 years old is revered around the world as the peatiest, smokiest, most complex single malt of them all. Yet it does not flaunt the peat. Rather, it gives way to the natural sweetness of the malt to produce a whiskey of perfect balance. Cool. The website also has a lot of tasting notes about their 10-year, which is in stark contrast to the Wee Beastie that has nothing, only a few words on the bottle. Well, this one though, well, there's a lot on the nose and the palate, so in the interest of not overwhelming you with too much BS, I'm offering a trimmed version of those. They go on about what happens when you add water. I'm also not going to read that bit out because I'm not going to do it, so I'm not reading it. There you go. Okay, are we good? Fantastic, here we go. For the colour, light gold. Excellent. On the nose, smoky fruit, peat, lemon, lime, dark chocolate, menthol, black pepper, tarry rope, graphite, smoked fish, and bacon, green capsicum, baked pineapple, and pear. Yeah, and that's the short version. I dare you to read the full length. See you next week. On the palate, lemon, lime, black pepper, cinnamon toffee, brine, buttermilk, banana, currants, cappuccino, toasted marshmallow, and licorice root. Good God. On the finish, long, smoky and tarry espresso, aniseed, toasted almonds, traces of barley, and fresh pear. I mean, honestly, you could just throw a dictionary in and write this. Like every scent, every flavor. Come on. All right, I'm going. It's fine. Deep breath, John. Now, I'm going to say that is a pale amber or a pale gold. It is not at all dark. It is quite light. And you know what? I'm okay with that because I have learned that just because a whiskey is light in color does not mean that it is not amazing. And it's like, I thought those legs were going to just not break away, but they took a little while, and then bang, off to the races. They run real quick once they break away. One of the things that fans of Ardbeg will tell you is that they, in terms of chill filter, they generally don't chill filter and they generally don't color their whiskeys. So compare that with Laphroaig, different story, right? So, all right, let's see what we get in the nose. That's lovely. All right, so apart from John telling you that it's lovely, what does it actually smell like? Because lovely's not a smell last time I checked. All right, obviously, peaty, obviously, it's Ardbeg, and it's an Islay distillery. There is that medicinal iodine. Absolutely, get it out of the way. Yes, it's there. But it's got this beautiful kind of fruitiness to it. It's not, it's like a salad basket kind of thing, Yeah, like a tropical fruit basket kind of thing. That's what it smells like to me. I actually do get a little bit of that menthol they talk about. Like a menthol lolly. It's got a nice little bit of sharpness. Not too sharp, not like a spike, but certainly, it's making its presence known in your nose. It's actually really delightful. I'm kind of surprised. Like you compare this with a Laphroaig 10, it's a very, very different nose. All right, I'm itching to try this. I've never tried this before. Let's see. Ardbeg 10. What you got? Hello. Hello there. That is... God, I see why some people love Ardbeg. Good God, that's actually really good. All right, it is a delightful oiliness. Where the Wee Beastie was right on that line of a little bit on the slightly... not watery, but thinner side, but was still oily. This is no trace of water, no trace of any of that. This is just oily, yummy goodness. You can kind of chew on it. It's not super chewy, but you can kind of chew on it. And that finish is that beautiful, like it's that weird. Oh, is that beautiful? It sounds weird coming out of my mouth, but it's actually what it's like. It's like there's sort of a tarriness. It's insane. Like how is this a flavor that tastes good? Someone tells you you're drinking tar, and you're like, what? But damn, it's actually not bad. It's got this grungy, strong, visceral kind of umaminess to it. And I'd say the finish is, probably about moderate length finish. It's not super long. I would say on balance, like the Laphroaigs, the 10-year and up Laphroaigs, I thought had a slightly longer finish than the Ardbegs than this one does, and certainly the Wee Beastie. But there's not much in it. Oh dear me! Wow, this is really nice. I think what I like about it is that the nose has got much more complexity to any of the others. It's more complexity to it than the Laphroaigs I've tried, that's for sure, and certainly than the Wee Beastie. I really wish I was getting bacon, but I'm not getting bacon because I love that flavor note, that scent. But no, definitely getting some lemon, some citrus lemon on this too as well, and I'm definitely picking up the pear as well. But yeah, that fruit baskety kind of smoky, tarry. Good God, it's insane that combination of smells is so good. I'm definitely getting a faint trace of aniseed of licorice. I'm definitely getting a faint trace of that. It's definitely got a little bit of that saltiness to it, a little briny. And that lemon citrus note is definitely present on the palate as well. Now, they say in there that buttermilk, I think I can get on board with buttermilk, but it's like at the very end of the palate. It's almost in part of the finish. It's like this residual kind of a flavor right at the back of your palate. And it sticks around for a little while as part of the finish. Honestly, that is pretty freaking good. Honestly. I mean, consider... here I am jumping into my rating, and I haven't even jumped into my rating, so I should jump into the rating. But anyway. Alright. Jumping into the rating. Properly, formally, officially. Cost is a cost of 2. So, it is affordable for good whiskey. But what about the quality on this? I mean, I don't have to think hard. It doesn't make me giggle. It's a 3. It's a high 3. It's very high, as a very high 3. Honestly, it's really bloody nice. I'm stunned, I'm shocked, honestly, that combination of umami flavors and fruit flavors comes together in a glass so bloody well. Honestly, it's crazy to me that this drink is as nice as it is. Consider when you read the ingredients, not the ingredients, sorry, when you read the tasting notes, the epically long tasting notes with every flavor under the sun, sounds like it's going to be this overcomplicated mess, but it's not. It's perhaps that aspect makes it not as balanced perhaps as it could be, but honestly, I don't care. it's just good, eh? Alright, so for a cost of 2 and a quality of 3, that makes this a green. Generally, keep some of these on hand. Honestly, God, if I'm thinking about that, if I can get this on special, I think I'm going to get myself a bottle of this. This is pretty damn... It's good. Alright, I gotta stop going on about this drink and move on. Alright, so let's leave it there. And we're going to say, thank you, Ardbeg, and cheers to your 10 years. I do approve of this dram. Very nice. And good value. So yeah, cheers. So, see you next time. That is delightful. Like it.